Hey guys, it's I'm Cookies here, and I'm bringing you guys a gameplay here of, well, actually, the gameplay's not important, sorry. This is a response video for, Painkiller Already podcast. Excuse me. This podcast was made on, January 14th, so 4 days to this date, as I'm recording right now and, commentating over this. So, this is a response video. And this isn't a response video to the entire podcast. This is to one certain segment. And for those of you who don't know what Painkiller Already is, it's a podcast done by Wings of Redemption, FPS Kyle, and Woody's Gamertag. And Woody came across a kid in need, and they didn't really know what to do. The topic was about divorce, and I wanted to make a response video. I feel compelled to do it. I really want to do this because I want to help somebody who's about to step in the shoes that I have been in for 18 years of my life. It's hard, and yes, I'm 18, so therefore my entire life I've been in these shoes. Um, and to kind of monument to you why I'm compelled to ask to talk about this video, I want to put some backstory, quick backstory, because this is my third time commentating and I've been doing it wrong, so I just need to get it right. So, um, when I was born, uh, after 18 months, I had a little bit of problems. I had to do surgery. Long story. I don't really want to get into it because that's a long story. But 18 months old, went into surgery to fix my problems. My father, after, separated from my mother. They got separated. It wasn't until I was 4 until they officially got divorced. But in the separation, my dad moved out. My dad didn't really visit me that much until I was 4. So, okay. Divorce, for me, I spend every Tuesday and every other Thursday and every other weekend that I don't spend the Thursday with my dad with him. That's a mouthful. That is how difficult divorces are. Um, you, my friend, whoever you are, because Woody didn't mention your name, and I respect the fact that he didn't. That's very not kind of him. You, my friend, are in for an adventure, and I want to help you. I really do. Woody, I hope this gets to you. Actually, I just hope it gets to the person who asked the question to Woody. But I know if I get this to Woody or FPS Kyle or Wings of Redemption, or if I get it to anybody, I hope that it gets to you because I really want you to hear what I have to say, and I hope that you take some advice, take something out of this video. And frankly, I don't care about the gameplay. For those of you who are going to troll this video, you guys are ignorant, and you guys can shut the fuck up because I don't care. I really want to help this kid. I really I don't I've made mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes. I don't regret. I don't dwell on my past. I've accepted what I've done. I need to move on. But I've made mistakes and I don't want him to make mistakes that could change his life like the way it did for me. So, you asked, Woody, should you spend more time with your father? That shouldn't be a question. And I'm not here to make fun of your intelligence. I'm not here to make you stupid. But you really should. It sounds like he's moving away, far away. It sounds like he's going to California, and it sounds like it's states away. So I'm thinking that you live in Central America, like United States, Central United States America. Uh, you live maybe in like Arkansas or maybe St. Louis, Missouri, or maybe you live like Arizona, somewhere where it's a long journey to get to California. And you really need to maximize the time you have with your father because you don't want to regret that you're not going to see him as much. You're going to see him very little if that's the case. If you're going to live with your mother, and I don't think that you want to live knowing that you could have had a lot more quality time with your father every minute of it before he left, but now you only get to see him maybe once or twice a year, and that's maybe on certain time of vacation or maybe certain uh, how you say certain God, I'm drawing a blank. Custody time. There we go. I have a friend. He's in college now, so it's past him. His father lives in New Jersey and his mother lives here in Illinois. So he had to spend, he had to live with his parents like that, and for him, it took a toll on him. I'm not gonna lie, it took a huge toll on him, and he had strength. He had a lot of strength to do it, and it was hard for him, but he got through it. And I just don't want you to make a mistake. I don't want you to like say to yourself, "Oh, I fucked up. I wanted to spend more time with him, but I can't." Just do it. You gotta spend time with him. You gotta maximize the time you got with him. And here's a word of confidence. If the divorce is starting, as I've heard, um, you can, as I've seen, I know it's in the state of Illinois. I don't know if it's a part of law in any other states that you're in, maybe, but I know in the state of Illinois and a lot of other states, uh, once you turn after 14, you always have a lawyer for yourself. The children will always have a lawyer in a divorce settlement, but you yourself can choose where to live. Now, this isn't to give you hopes or anything. This isn't to give you ideas. This is to just show you all options here. Well, it is to give you ideas, but to show you all options, not to really sway you. So, in an example, let's say you don't want to live with your mother because you like it better with your father. You can see that he does a lot better things for you. He takes care of you better. Let's just say your mom doesn't really appreciate your time, or maybe doesn't treat you the way that your father does, that you want more from people. You can decide to live with your father that way. And the courts can't really, they can say a lot about it, they can sway you, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you can do that. You can live with what you want. But before you even get that idea, I want you to think about it. I am contradicting myself here. I'm a guy who likes to take things as they are sometimes, and I do worry a lot about future events, but most of the time I love to take things as they are. I'm happiest when I just kind of say, gotta take life a day at a time. Don't worry about anything else, but sometimes I'll overplan. It's because I did this, and it sucks, but I had to do it. I thought about, think about the options of school-wise and success-wise. Who you're better off with. Maybe you're better off, maybe your dad lives in an area that has a better school system than your mother, or maybe vice versa. Maybe that's a deciding factor. Maybe you could live with the person who's in a better school system. Because if you really want to do good in school and you want to be successful, and I'm the type of guy who believes that everybody deserves that chance, and nobody should be denied that right to success. You should really think about it. You should really think about where your chances of a better school system are, and maybe even think about just where you'll feel happier and overall with all of that school-wise, where you feel happiest. Even if that means that you're not going to get the best education or what you want, where you feel happiest in a school is always the best. Also, think about relationships. If you move away, if you go with your father, you're going to lose a lot of relationships. To put backstory for me a little bit more here, quick update. In 4 months, I'm graduating. I'm a senior in high school, so I'm going to be graduating soon. And I've already decided this. I'm not changing my answer. I do not care who changes my mind about it. I don't care if my mother disowns me for it. I'm moving out. I am completely leaving my mom. Like, not like that in a sense. I'm leaving where she is. I don't want to be in that area, and frankly, I don't really want to spend time with her anymore. My time with her hasn't been at all great. It has been pleasant. There have been awesome moments with her. There have been pleasant moments. I'm not saying that there hasn't. But with my father, I feel about happiest, and that's where I'm going to be. And I'm going to lose relationships. When I graduate high school, I'm going to lose friends. I'm moving away. I'm not going to spend the summer reminiscing with my high school friends. I'm going to be moving on. I'm closing that chapter in my book, and I'm probably going to stay with. I'm going to try and stay with my girlfriend, but I'm probably going to lose relationships. And that's something you got to think about, man. You got to think about, what are the relationships you're going to lose, and are you willing to lose them and make new ones? You have time. You don't have what I have. But since I'm going to college, I kind of do have what you have. You have time. You're 15. I don't know if you're a freshman or sophomore, but you have time. You have time to make new relationships. You have time in high school. I don't, so I have to kind of bout it out for a summer. That's cool with me. But you have time, you can do this. And you know what? Frankly, you need to do what you got to do. As my psychology teacher told me, you got to do what you got to do. And you know, I think that you should be where you're happiest. There's an old saying that I think is so sage-like, and it's so true. You cannot help others before you can help yourself. And lately, I haven't been doing that, but now I have. I've been trying to figure out what I need before I help others, and it helps. It makes my life a lot different. So really think about what you want to do, where you want to live, who you want to be with, what makes you happier. You really got to go with what your heart says, man. This is one of those things that will change your life, but you really need to think about it. I don't want you to not think about it. I don't want you to just sit there and say, I'm going to take it as it is. You really need to think about it, man. And I hope that you do. I really hope that you think about it. I hope that you make the right decision for you. And yes, maximize the time with your father and do these things because they will help you make a decision. And do more research about divorce laws in your state because it'll help. So there you go, guys. I hope this gets to you, man. I really do. I really want you to listen to this. I really want to help you. And if any of you guys are listening to this, any random person, and need advice or just need someone to talk to, hit me up. I'm always here for anybody. Thanks, guys. I really hope this gets to you.